What is up, people? Back again with a new show today. And if you're new here, if this is the first time that you come across one of my daily stream, daily live, daily podcast, daily Instagram live, daily Facebook video, like whatever it is, if this is your first time, welcome, man. I'm welcoming you with open biceps and triceps. And this is pretty much the daily show of a young, skinny man who once decided to turn his life around and get some guns. And from that moment on, decided to help people just like you get in the best shape of their lives, becoming better man, father, husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, and really stepping into excellence. So this is the daily show. Every day I come here and I share with you tips, tricks, mistakes, advice. I also answer questions. We're going to start a Q&A show pretty soon. So that's something I'm really excited about. Getting a few DMs on Instagram, on Twitter. So if you don't follow me on the social media, my handle is my name at Olivier Kili. Olivi. Don't miss the I. E and R. And Kili is Kili. As simple as that. So guys, today's show is pretty interesting, man. I've got something pretty interesting, which I want you to talk about, which I want you to share. I want you to know your opinion as well, and hopefully you will get some value from it. And if you've been listening to me for a while and you kind of like you're digging the message, you're digging it, you're feeling it, you get value from it, I would appreciate if you take 1 second of your time to click on the like, subscribe, share button. But more importantly as well, drop a comment, leave a review. Let me know about how you feel about this whole movement, because this is a movement I'm trying to create here. It's a movement of guys who are like-minded and who are really pursuing excellence in every area of their lives. So today, I was washing my hands. Pretty stupid story how the topic of today came about. I was washing my hands and I remembered this proverb. I think it's an African proverb actually. And it was saying that in order to wash your hands, the left hand needs to wash the right hand, and the right hand needs to wash the left hand, because they need to work together. Which brought me to today's topic. I want to talk to you about coaching. Coaching because, first of all, I'm a coach. I coach people, fitness, mindset, the whole shebang. But more importantly, coaching because it's a very trendy topic. It's something which is extremely trendy nowadays. I looked up actually on Forbes. If you know Forbes, I believe we can rely on their information. And Forbes, based on an article on Forbes, the coaching industry in 2017 was worth 2 billions. That's 2 billions. That's a lot of money. That's a shitload of money, man. And it's something which is growing. Be it, we've got some fitness coaches, of course. We've got some life coaches. We've got some business coaches. We've got some mindset coaches. Like the whole shebang. Literally, there's a coach for everything. And when we used to go to school, we used to have a coach. It was a teacher. So today I want to share with you 3 tips. Quick fire, man. 3 tips to help you find a great coach. And this comes from my personal experience, not only by coaching like hundreds of guys, but also being coach by literally like I think good dozens of coach. So I had the good ones, I had the bad ones, I had the really bad ones. So I try to like boil it down to three tips, like something which is practical. No, is that practicable? Something which is practical, something that you can actually take from this show and then start implementing it straight away. Now, if you're looking for a coach, clearly you need help. Clearly, there is something wrong with you that you can't take care of by yourself. So it's a very courageous decision. I believe everybody who is standing up or stepping up and be like, you know what, I think it's time I need a coach. It's a very important decision because as a human being, you're coming forward and then realizing that, well, I don't have all the answers myself. So you will probably take some time, look for a coach, invest some money in a coach, and some of those investments will turn out to be great investments. You know, you're going to learn great stuff, you're going to progress, you're going to achieve awesome results. And other investments are going to be really bad. I'm talking really nasty, just like fucking drunk sex. You want to forget that shit like really, really quick. So three rapid fire bullet points I've got for you. I've also written an article about this topic, so you can check that out on my blog, which is hosted on Medium. So check me out on Medium as well. It's the same handle, man, at Olivier Kili. If you Google my name, pretty much, you'll find everything. So just go on Google and type OLIVIERKILI. Right, so point number one. If you're looking for a coach, before actually looking like at coaches and start googling shit like, okay, who is the best fitness coach, who is the best mindset coach, who is the best business coach, like all this kind of shit, before doing that, man, you need to ask yourself a very important question. I'm saying this because I've done the same mistake like in my early days of investing with a coach. I believe that the backbone of coaching is being able to take and accept instructions from somebody else. Not only accepting those instructions, but more importantly as well, is putting them into practice. Many people actually do need a coach for accountability first. So you need somebody to remind you like, yo, we're doing this, we're doing that, we're doing that, we did that. But you need to be able to like accept those instructions. Like if I tell you like, okay, as part of the program, you'll have to eat shit, dude, are you willing to accept that? So you need to be in a position like where you kind of like self-audit yourself and then be like, okay, you know what? I'm going to get a coach, so I'll have to listen to him or I'll have to listen to her and do exactly as they say as part of the plan. Now, if you got a history of not listening to people, of not listening to instruction, of being a little bit rebellious, there is still hope for you. Because, as a matter of fact, the coaching industry is so big that there are even coaches who specialize in difficult cases, just like you. So don't lose hope. There is certainly a coach for you if you can't take instructions. You see many people with bad history, like I would say some very active kids, people who are moving a lot, who've been through some tough things in life. They end up in the army, and and the army, well, they're getting coached, and they're able to get discipline to the point where they're listening to what's been asked from them to do and to perform, and they're doing exactly that. So my tip number one will be to self-audit yourself and be sure that you can take instruction from somebody else, from a fucking stranger. And if you can't take instructions, start looking for a coach who is specialized in tough cases just like you. Right? Number two is, again, I'm not even looking at the outside environment here. I'm just looking like at you, within you. That's those kind of questions you need to start asking yourself. Are you willing and ready to deal with conflict and criticism. And I believe coaching is not supposed to be like all pretty and nice. The reason why you're getting a coach is because there's there's a goal you're trying to achieve, which you could probably achieve by yourself. But the reality is you will need the know-how, you need the accountability, you need the expertise, and some of those things when it comes to practical implementation are not going to be easy. And there will be some conflict, and your coach will have to criticize you a lot. As a coach, that's your job pretty much. You have to criticize literally everything. Everything your client is doing, you have to be like, okay, this is good, this is bad, this is right, this is wrong, do it this way, do it that way, change that, change that. You'll have to take a lot of that. As a coach, it's your job to give that. And as a client, it's your job to receive that. So you need to be willing to deal with opposing ideas. You need to be willing to deal with criticism, a lot of it. Now, don't get me wrong when I'm saying this. Like, not only you need to get used to the uncomfortable things about criticism, but there's a fine line between an unhealthy conflict and a constructive criticism. A great coach will give you constructive criticism. It may create some sort of conflict, but nothing which is unhealthy, nothing which is to the point where like I hate his guts, I want to kill him. Like literally. I know like sometimes when I'm coaching clients, yeah, they hate me a little bit, they swear at me a little bit. And I swear back. It gets nasty in there. But the reality is this is just surface level. This is just like because your body is in pain, you're in so much stress, maybe you're starving a little bit. So this is normal. But to the point where, like, for example, you dream about killing your coach, this shit is bad, man. This shit is bad. So it's extremely important to make sure that you're in a good position to deal with criticism. A lot of it. More importantly, constructive criticism. And point number 3, which will have to bear with me a moment because I've got to deal with some technical stuff here because we're recording the podcast at the same time as well. So point number 3, finding the perfect coach. And I think this is the biggest point, I think, like, because even in the blog I wrote today, like, it takes a huge chunk because once you've decided you need a coach, once you've actually like kind of like self-audited yourself or like, okay, you know what, I think I'm ready for this shit, the whole experience can go 2 ways. Okay, it can be like when I met my future wife, it can be love at first sight. The first coach you meet, I mean, she wasn't my first, but anyway, the first coach you meet, everything goes perfect. You like, bang, that's the one. He's getting result. I'm getting along very well with him. Like, everything is good. Or it could go really bad. It could go like a couple of Tinder dates. You'll have to kiss a few ugly frogs until eventually you find the one. So there are 3 things here under this point which I want to touch on when you're looking for a coach. These are those 3 things you really need to look out for. Like, this is super important stuff. Like, number 1 is results. Results matter. As a coach, you're driven by results. You're driven by performance. So you need to deliver results. So for you as a client, listening to this, watching this, if you're looking for a coach, you want a coach who's got results. At the end of the day, that's why you went there for. Like, okay, let's say he's your friend, he's starting up, he may not have enough results. You may support him somehow, you may be his guinea pig, but I believe that when I started coaching and nobody knew me and I didn't have any kind of results, guess what I did? I generated results. So how I did that? I wasn't charging people for my services. I told, how many guys actually? I took 20 or 40 guys for my academy. And I'm like, guys, come and check this out. Okay? And I work with those guys as if they paid me. And I got them results. So results matter. And you want to be able to to assess those results. Now, when it comes to the fitness industry, when you assess results of a coach, here is one piece of advice: never, ever, 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 ever rely solely on before and after pictures. Never, never, ever, ever, ever do that. Don't rely only on before and after pictures. I mean, you go on Instagram nowadays, like, it's all over the place, man. There are before and afters all over the place. You know, there are apps to Photoshop shit. You know what I mean? Like, Photoshop is there as well. Is the big dog of all, but you can't rely on before and after pictures. Like, it's just not enough. You know what I mean? Like, a good parameter, and which is what I'm doing. Like, when somebody comes to me, the first thing, I want to give you my results, but more importantly, I want to give you something more tangible. So that's why still got the before and after picture, but that's really at the bottom of the pie. Okay, the first thing is like video testimonial. You want to have like raving fans. You want to see clients who are happy. Like, a client who is so happy with the result of his coach will happily go on a video, record himself, or sit in an interview and then talk about his experience. He will do that. He will not be camera shy because he wants his coach to succeed as much as he did. So you want to have to get something tangible. So I'm talking video testimonials. Okay, if you should actually push it a notch again, because again, a video testimonial can be staged. I reached the stage now before hiring a coach. For me, as part of my vetting process, I need to talk to 4 clients he worked with and got results for. Okay, and I'm going to be taking the phone and I'm literally being calling them and be like, yo, you work with this coach. What was it like? What is it like? What can he do for me? How can he help me? What's the catch here? How shall I actually approach the whole experience? So you really want to like interact with previous customers and even current customers, current client of this coach, and really know like what is his method, what is approach, how is he doing everything. You want to talk to somebody. Don't just rely on the visual, because I mean, it's the internet, man. Everybody can dump shit there. Everybody can put whatever they want there. Everybody can manufacture whatever they want. It just take a little bit of effort, and then that's it. You're done. You become a celebrity. Second point, and the third point, which is finding the perfect coach. The second point is your coach methods. Okay, for example, when it comes to my academic clients, my methods are pretty simple, man. I mean, it's fitness, you know what I mean? So what we're doing, and the first stage is getting the head right. Okay, we want to really like make sure that you clear on your goals, and you write your goals every day. You got your mindset really ticked off. Second thing, we want to work towards creating a sustainable lifestyle for you. So we're not going to be doing a sort of crash diet. My program is literally 20 weeks. That's the minimum commitment. But usually, like, clients come in on a yearly commitment because that's my approach. My approach is more of a long-term game. You've got coaches who are specialized in like the short term. You've got coaches who are specialized in the long term. You've got coaches who are specialized in X, in Y. You've got, again, I'm going to talk about the fitness game. You've got coaches who are specialized in the ketogenic diet. You've got coaches who are specialized in I don't know, in black guys, in Mexican guys. You got coaches who are specialized, like, so everybody got different methods. So what you want to do is really like looking at your goals and see how it matches with the coaching methodology in essence. And again, this will go back again to the point I was just talking about earlier, whereby you want to get on the phone with a client, a current client or a previous client, and then really know like, yo, that's what's up, that's how he's done, that's how he is, that's the method he used, that's how I found it. So the methods of the coach are extremely important, and you've got to do a little bit of research in it. The last but not least, and the most important point, and I think if you got to take something away from this show today, this is the one: pricing, money. The reason why, obviously, the coaching industry is so big, literally 2 billion. 1 second. The reason why the coaching industry is so big, literally 2 billion a year, is because there's some money to be made in that shit. I mean, just look about it. Just think about it. Someone is an expert in something. You come to them because you have a problem, you're desperate. So chances are, you're pretty much going to pay any price. It's a fact. It's a reality. So pricing is extremely important. At the end of the day, money is the only thing most people keep track of. Most people will have roughly, or most people actually will know how much money they've got in their account right now. Most people will know that. So here my advice will be ask a lot of questions about the money side of things. I'm not necessarily saying like you need to like kind of like haggle the price. Some coaches will give you like discount and shit like that. But you want to know as much as possible about the price. You want to know like the comparison between the price and the value. For example, you want to know like okay, where does it stand in kind of like in the packages this particular coach is offering. More importantly as well, I'm struggling with this word today because I can keep hearing the echo in my ears. More importantly as well, I believe that your coach should be able to give you the implication financially of a coaching plan. So let's say that, for example, you know what, you go to a gym. Actually, let's say this is what's happening on Instagram these days. Like, you go on Instagram, you see the rip guy with fucking six pack, and you're like, yo, I want a meal plan. And then you get a fucking meal plan. You know, it's $20 or £20, which obviously is cool. Now, when you've got that plan, clearly you're investing in some sort of coaching at a very low level. But again, what are the implications of the meal plan? The implication of the meal plans are, well, you're probably going to have to change your grocery shopping list, which means every week or every month when you go shopping, maybe the cost of your grocery is going to go up or down depending on the type of food, the type of nutrient in that plan. Second thing, you're probably going to gym. You're probably going to get one of those again, those $10, $20, $25 program on Instagram. And if you get a program, of course, you will need to have a gym membership. And you need to have like a gym with a certain type of equipment. So if you're training in a gym right now, for example, and there is no deadlift platform, for example, and you get a coaching program where you are asked to deadlift, you've got to get a new gym membership. And if you got to get a new gym membership, guess what? There will be a price implication. The same thing. So like for me, like in my coaching package, for example, like when I'm giving you a price, I'm also giving you the implication of the price, saying that, okay, right now you're probably spending £40 a week on food. With this plan, you will be able to save £10 a week on food, or you will have to actually up your grocery shopping. So therefore, this is going to be an increase of £10 a week on food. You will see that, okay, the gym where you're training at now is not really like supporting the training plan. So I'll probably advise you to move to another gym if needed, and this is going to come again with a cost saving of like £5. Then by the time we get to like, again, I'm talking about my program here. By the time we get to like phase 4 of the program, guess what? We need to do some recovery work. We need to do like some soft tissue work, sports massage, a bit of chiropractor, make sure that everything is aligned. This costs money again. And all these costs associated with the program, you need to know about them. And it's one of the biggest things in the fitness industry and even in the business coaching space, because I've done a lot of that as well. For example, I mean, I go to an online marketing guru and then he's telling me like, yo, I'm going to teach you like marketing and all this kind of shit. But what they don't tell you is like, okay, to play in this game, you need to be able to spend at least £1,000 a month on Facebook ads. It's the same thing. Like, so you will still pay the coach, but you still got to pay to like advertise on Facebook. So in case of fitness, you will still need a coach. You will pay the coach fee, but again, you still need to have like food, gym membership, recovery, sports massage, all the other costs associated with that shit. You still need to know. And I believe it's extremely important not only to get a clear understanding of the whole pricing game, get it written, and then just know everything which is underlying cost. Because again, money rules the world. People only know about the money. The only thing they track is money. So, in a nutshell, those are the 3 points. Number one, do you like to take instruction from somebody else? That's the first question you should be asking yourself if you're actually looking into coaching. Number two, are you ready to deal with constant criticism, sometimes even conflict with your coach? Number three, how to find the perfect coach. Make sure that you are obviously like result oriented. Speak to like testimonial, previous clients, current clients. Look into the coach methods. A good coach should be able to explain his method like that. It should be a one sentence word. I mean, not a one sentence word, a one sentence statement telling you like I do X, Y, Z to take you from A to B. Done. Okay. Third point, pricing, super important. Make sure that everything which is discussed is written down, signed upon, and see all the underlying cost implication of the coaching program. And again, man, just like in relationships, man, if you found a good coach, make sure that you keep him. It's been your boy Oli as usual. If you liked this show, give it a thumbs up, man. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Let me know what you think. Coming soon to a podcast near you, we're gonna be doing a Q&A. So drop me your questions as well, and I will be very much looking forward to it. Peace out. Bye.